Hello, welcome to another episode of Cars Unlocked. My name is Christopher, and today we have another comparison between the third row SUVs, the Kia Telluride and the Nissan Pathfinder. We're going to compare a few different categories from the drivability, the exterior styling, the interior comfort to help you determine which one should you buy. So the first thing you're probably interested in is budget. Now, both these cars fall under the same price point. Our Kia Telluride, it's going to come in with an MSRP of $54,695. This one has an added Nightsky package, which is about $1,000, and that's all the black that you see in terms of the logos, the badging, and the rims, which we're gonna get into in a second. Our Pathfinder, this is the top Platinum model, and it's gonna come with an MSRP of $54,398. So in terms of pricing, they're pretty much identical, a couple $100 off of each other, so budget is about the same. From first look, both cars look fantastic. This one being the Telluride, you can really see the accents of this Night Sky edition. You have the 20-inch blacked out aluminum alloy rims. You have the nice blacked out roof rails, which contrast great with this exterior. Really gives it a kind of darker theme to the vehicle. When we come around to the front, full LED headlights on our Telluride here. And then we have nice blacked out Telluride emblems as well. Blacked out front grille. A little bit of plastic on the front grille, which I don't really like. We've got the Kia emblem with our forward-facing camera down below, and then we have our front sensors as well as our fog lights. So nice styling, nice hood scoops right here on the front. Telluride's definitely been a leader in this market for styling, and you can tell that the Pathfinder took some cues from this, and Nissan really studied the Telluride. Now let's move on to the exterior of the Pathfinder here. I really like what Nissan did here with these wrapped out LED headlights. They kind of wrap all the way around, like I said. That chrome V-Motion grille, I would expect to see a midnight edition from Nissan in the near future with everything blacked out like he is doing with the Telluride. We have the front sensors and then kind of our faux skid plate look, just making it look a little bit more off-road capable than our Telluride. And then as we come over to the side profile, lots going on here. 20-inch aluminum alloy two-tone rims, LED turning signals, and then we have a bit of chrome, just kind of adds to the luxury look. You can also get it in a two-tone roof, and these roof rails just make it look a little higher. At first glance, the Pathfinder definitely looks bigger in size than the Telluride from the exterior, and for exterior styling, I would give my choice to the Pathfinder. Let's compare under the hood of both vehicles. Now, our Pathfinder is going to come equipped with the 3.5 liter DOH V6 engine. It's going to give you about 284 horsepower and 259 pounds-feet of torque. It's equipped with a new 9-speed automatic transmission. The advantage that you get with the Pathfinder is if you plan on towing. You get 6,000 pounds towing with the Pathfinder compared to our 5,000 in the Telluride. Your Pathfinder is going to come with trailer sway control, and your Telluride will come with maybe a self-leveling in the back. So definitely if you're towing, you want to choose the Pathfinder. Now in the Telluride, it's going to come equipped with that 3.8 GDI V6 engine. It's an 8-speed automatic, pumping out 291 horsepower. 22 miles per gallon on the highway and 22 miles per gallon in the city. Well, our Nissan is about 21 and 27, 23 miles per gallon combined. In terms of fuel economy, they're both pretty much similar. Definitely, if you're towing, you would want to go with the Pathfinder. Now, in contrast to the Pathfinder, very similar interiors, but with this, you kind of get this nice diamond stitching. It's a more of a two-tone look here in the seats. You have those patented Nissan Gravity seats. Let's jump in and start it up. The seats are also heated and air conditioned, so there's no difference there. And Nissan's done very well also with the interior setup here. We have that same kind of gloss back finish throughout the interior, which, like I said, is harder to keep clean. But there's just a bit more storage space in the Pathfinder. There's a lot little kind of shelving things. There's a nice little storage space here. So there's a bit more interior space for those little items like your business cards, your pens, your cell phones, your chargers inside the Pathfinder. You compare the sunroofs of each car. The Pathfinder's got a full moonroof here Well, we're gonna look at the Kia and compare the two, but this one kind of goes all the way to the back and it's just one fixed extra large sunroof. Jumping into the interior, this is where Kia really did a good job. You get this black leather seat here. It's an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat, and then you have the climate controlled seat with our cooled and our heated seats. Now let's jump in and start it up here. I like the interior styling of this. Everything is nicely laid out here from our large screen. It's a 12-inch screen all the way across. Nice little leather accents on the wheel. And in this center console, we do have a couple little different handles, little storage space, wireless charger, cup holders, electric parking brake. Nice kind of glossy black finishing. I've never really liked these in vehicles because it's so hard to keep clean, but they definitely did a good job with the styling here and the layout of our dash. In the Kias, like you can see, there's two. There's one small one for the driver and passenger, and then there's a little medium-sized one in the back. Behind the front seats, you got a lot going on here, and we're in the back of the Pathfinder. And if you have a large family, this is obviously a very important factor, how the kids get in and out and the space, how comfortable they are back here, because they're gonna be the first ones to complain. The Pathfinder has a nice push button access to the third row, and then I can jump in the back and I can get in. In terms of space back here, this is where the Telluride sets itself apart, because the Pathfinder defaults all the way to its furthest back setting, and I'm pretty cramped back here, and I would have to ask the person in front of me to move their seat up a little bit. But I have a USB up here, I have two cup holders, so it is nice. With 3 people my size back here, it would be pretty tight, but this is really meant for younger kids. And then I can push the button to get into and out of the car. Both cars make it easy to walk through the back. This one being the Pathfinder, it has this center stack. So if you find your kids aren't cutting through the 2 seats, they can use this center console, but you can remove it as well if they want to jump through the middle, through the back. But let's look at the Kia, because the Kia really does this better, and this is where the Kia is a step above. This is what I'm talking about back here. There's a lot more space for your kids to jump through the 2 captain chairs here in this Kia. It will also be just a 1 push into the back, and they default into the previous position. So look at, my legs aren't even touching this seat. In the Pathfinder, my legs were just pushed right up against the rear seat. So I do have a lot more space back here. Same thing, 2 cup holders, USB, and then for me to get out, also nice and easy with 1 push. Just to include, I would have to give the interior spacing and volume to this Kia Telluride. There's just a lot more versatility, a lot easier to access the back, a lot more space to the back. And look at this, like you got a USB in the seat for these passengers. These seats are heated and air conditioned, cup holders, power outlet. There's a lot going on back here, which I really like in the Telluride. When we compare the rear of each vehicle, you can see the Kia kind of started this craze of putting the badging right across the back. We see that on our Tellurides, our Palisades, and our Pathfinders, but nice rear on the back here. You don't get the foot activated lift gate, so you do have to open it with your key fob or with the button, but it opens up pretty quickly to this nice back. And here's something I want to note. 21 cubic feet in the Telluride versus 16 in our Pathfinder behind the third row. You get a big, nice storage space here, and then you can drop the seats down pretty quickly. They just fold with the straps there, and then you get a bit more room if you're not using your third row. One thing I don't like is just the height of this. You can see it's almost touching my head. I'm only 5'9", so if someone taller might have a little bit of issues. I'm not sure if you can raise it any higher and set it, but that's pretty much as high as it will go. Let's come over and look at the Pathfinder. Now here's the big difference with the Pathfinder. The Pathfinder, you're gonna get your tow hitch already equipped. Like I said earlier, if you're towing, you definitely wanna go with the Pathfinder. You already have that all set up, and you get the added towing capacity. Like I said, Pathfinder badging right across, and this one, you're gonna get the foot activated lift gate. So you just need to wave your foot down there, something that this one has that the Telluride doesn't. But right away when we open it up, you can see the difference behind the third row in the cargo space. Not as much cargo space, like I said, 16 cubic feet, but there is also a large opening down here for you to store whatever you need in the Pathfinder. The seats, they are easy to fold down just like the Telluride. And you can drop them down like that. So when you compare the trunk space, I would say the Telluride is definitely going to be better. Your Pathfinder is going to come equipped with your tow hitch, but definitely more cargo capacity in the Kia. Now we're in the inside. We're going to take both cars for a drive here and compare, but I want to talk about the technology of both vehicles. The Kia Telluride, this one is the top model, so it comes with a lot of tech. You can definitely tell right when you get in it, you see this heads-up display. Both of them are going to come with a heads-up display. Both of them are going to come with our adaptive cruise control, our blind spot monitor, our lane departure warning. The advantage that I like about the Telluride in terms of technology is the camera system. You get the camera system when you're turning, so if you're making a right turn, it comes up on the middle screen. We're going to get into the positives of the Pathfinder, but the camera system and parking system is nice in the Telluride. Both of them you're going to get wireless charging. Acceleration wise, the Telluride does feel a little sluggish. I don't know if that's the GDI engine or the more boxy feel, but it does feel sluggish when you put your foot down, and the pedal is not like super responsive. However, it is a nice drive. Definitely they're going for comfort here, which is what you would expect in these family size SUVs. Let's jump into what the Pathfinder is going to do over this Telluride. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Just technology-wise in the Pathfinder, you get a little bit more added stuff. Like I mentioned, the wireless charging, you get this 12.3-inch gauge cluster, which just looks a lot more higher end than the Kia does. You get the Pro Pilot Assist, so that's going to help on those long drives. When you compare the two drives, this is where Nissan kind of really is a cut above here. Acceleration wise, this thing will go a lot quicker than your Kia does for sure. I definitely like putting my foot down in this a lot better than in the Telluride. It's also comfier, like the seats feel comfortable. I just feel more comfortable in this Pathfinder when I'm driving it. In terms of the passengers in the back, they're going to be more comfortable in the Kia. So it's somewhat of a trade-off what you want to do. Do you prefer to be more comfortable while you're driving, or do you want your passengers to be more comfortable while you're driving? This car, it doesn't feel sluggish like the previous generations. The Kia just, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but this one, just everything is a lot more nicely laid out. The fit and finish of the Pathfinder is just a little better. You're going to get the Bose audio speakers. You're going to get the same features like the auto start stop, the blind spot monitor, all those types of memory seats. You'll just get a few added things in the Pathfinder, which is why I like the technology and the drive a little better in this Nissan Pathfinder. So that's a wrap, guys. After reviewing both vehicles, let us know in the comment section which one would you buy. If you're interested in purchasing any of these vehicles and you're in the Niagara region, go see my friends at St. Catharines Kia, or you can contact me, St. Catharines Nissan, and we'd be more than happy to facilitate your purchase of one of these SUVs. Don't forget, subscribe to Cars Unlocked if you're new here. We're always filming comparisons like this, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.